Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for the Amazing Spider-Man issue 30. Yeah, look at that. And this is a nice cover, and it shows what actually kind of happens going on in the issue, which is good and weird. Like, I could understand why people would be like, what the hell is going on here? The best kind of bits deal with, like, Norman and the weirdness that goes on with Spider-Man. Now, granted, I'm on the side that enjoys kind of seeing Spidey having to kind of deal with this kind of weird situation, but I could totally see why people would be off-put with this and be like, this is stupid. I totally get that. So, we start off the issue pretty much where we left off last time, with Norman being injected with Otto's Goblin formula, being like, do you feel it? The Goblin Serum coursing through your veins? You have no idea what you've done, Octavius. Yes, I do. I'm showing them that you haven't changed a bit, that under it all, you're still a villain, which is an important kind of bit to kind of go through. Whereas he's like laughing, he's like, let the Goblin out. You should have listened to me, Otto, because you're an idiot. And that was enough Goblin Serum to turn an elephant, and I already have double that running through my veins. It's like, yeah, like, you need a fucking inordinate dose to do something to him. It's like, my body has absorbed a massive amount over the years. It's teeming with it. I've learned to manage the effects long ago. Impossible. Impossible that I became the Green Goblin, not because of the serum, but because of the evil inside me, an evil that has been cleansed. An evil buffoon like you could never dream of resurrecting. And then he's like, don't call me a buffoon, as he starts like wailing on Norman. It's like, interesting. Kind of doubling with the effect of that Norman had these kind of goblin tendencies and then was like let out with the Goblin Serum instead of the Goblin Serum being the thing that changed him. Like, it allowed the things to go on. It's kind of that going on the fact of like Captain America the First Avenger. And Super Soldier Serum amplifies people's traits. Makes Steve a better person because he's a good man, so it allows him to do all these different kind of things. Same with Bucky when he's not brainwashed. We see John Walker. It amplifies his bad tendencies. Amplified Schmidt's bad tendencies to be the Red Skull. And others that get a hold of those kind of super soldier serums. I do kind of like that being brought up here. As we see him just like wailing on Norman, being like, if your intelligence were equal to mine, you would not be at my mercy. My mercy that has come to an end. It's like, shit. And I love the art. That is actually pretty cool, even though it's kind of weird, but it's just a really good shot of Spidey with the Doc Ock arms. Jonah asking if he knows where Norman's being kept, and the arms know, so he knows too. Exchanging information through the spinal interface. It's weird, but my body adjusted to it when Otto took up shop in my body. You do look comfortable in those things, maybe too comfortable. You dare question me, you dolt? As then Spidey then covers his mouth, being like, what the fuck? I should probably get going. Yep, better wrap this up and get out of those things as soon as possible. Agreed. Because I'm afraid I could get used to this. As we then get another great shot of him web-slinging with the tentacles. It's like... And the tentacles are even web-slinging as well, which is kind of interesting. It's like, oh shit. That's cool. And Otto's like, I'd hope to take everything from you, Norman. Your evil schemes, your silly idea you reformed, but you took that away from me by being the most boring, pathetic version of yourself I've ever seen. And it's interesting. It's like, okay, so he's not an asshole. So now all I can do is take your life. Let me introduce you to the hypervoltage coil powering my lab. Otto, wait. I don't think I will. Because you did one thing I'd only admit to someone I was about to kill. You outsmarted me. It's like, that's a horrible reason to kill someone. Like, damn, Otto, fuck off. Otto, you thought you could hide your lab from me? Put him down. As Spidey comes in like, wow. And it's like, you presume to give me orders? I will not release Osborn until... Wait, what are you doing? Don't listen to him. As we see that the tentacles are listening to Peter. And he's like, how are you confusing my Octoys? As we then see like a crazy looking one where he's using the tentacles and looking kind of really interesting kind of pose. Because they recognize the voice of true authority. Why are you sounding like that? Like me. You didn't You did. You spine locked with my arms! And Otto is just now noticing that. It's like, shit. As Spidey is able to, like, imitate Otto's voice enough to have the Octoids listen to him, at least for a little bit. I did. The die is cast. As he starts talking like Otto. It's really fucking weird. Bah! You're a child playing with a gun. You're going to hurt yourself. Ha! I don't think so. Thanks to you, this is all muscle memory. We will see who is truly superior. You cannot out-octopus me, you dolt. We shall see, you dolt. As they're, like, fighting back and forth. And it is interesting seeing two, Ottos essentially fighting each other like this with their own arms. Who are you calling dolt? You dolt, as we get a 2-page spread that looks really fucking good. Like, that's great right there. And it's cool to kind of see Otto doing his Otto kind of bit and Spidey adding his own kind of flair of how the thing looks out as they're shouting about dolts. Your mechanical arms were the only reason you were ever a threat, Otto. They gave you an advantage, and that advantage is gone. Ha! You think the octopus takes its prey by raw power? Fool! You've fallen into my trap! As he's pretty much trying to push him into the coils, it's like, you're gonna do that to, Norman, so I can see that you can kind of force him to there. Don't be ashamed of your fate, Spider-Man. You've been harvested by an apex predator. It's like, oh my god, Otto, you... Really? Okay. You... Sure. Maybe you've got me, but I've got you too. If I touch that coil, we both fry. Yes, if only I'd taken the time to plan for that. Octoids, detach. And he, of course, then has them detached and pretty much put at a safe kind of distance, which is a smart use of these Octoids. Now I only have to watch my invention seal your fate. You're gonna break your new toy, Otto. A small price to pay. It's like, ah, shit. What? Arms detaching, telling me to save myself, which is interesting. I'm like, it's cool that he's thinking of Spider-Man. Well, he, she, it, I don't know. The arms are thinking of Spider-Man. And he's like, no, we're in this together. We're gonna beat him together. It's like, alright, cool there, Spidey. Even with the weird kind of Otto influences. This is why I will always win. I will sacrifice all to destroy my enemies. No price is too great for my revenge. And that is why he will fail on most of those kind of things. There's certain kind of prices you should not pay for things. And my Octoids are perfect units of myself. They will gladly destroy themselves for my fury. It's like, fuck you, asshole. You should never have touched my things, Spider-Man. And you should never have let go of them, because now there's nothing stopping me. As Norman pops up and just cracks him one. Then he's like, Octoids, protect me. I hope you've enjoyed having the upper hand, because now I have 4 of them. And you now have nothing holding Spider-Man back. Too slow, Otto. You forgot about me. Crack. It must take a lot of concentration to keep a bunch of little yous working together. And I'm not going to give you that chance. It's like, yeah. But then, shit starts getting kind of nutty. It's like, stop, I can't breathe. What a pity. And then we hear, whoa! And Spider-Man just looks so menacing there. It's like, damn, that's not good, man. No, Spidey, don't do that. Spider-Man, stop, what are you doing? As Norman's the one that calls him out on it. And then, I love these, like, 3 panels. He's like, huh? As we see Otto gasping for breath. He's like, Otto? Oops. And he's like, maybe help me out of these things. I think they might be a bad influence on it. It's like, yes, Norman, help him. And I'm glad that Spidey recognized that. But then the arms are like, no way, man. And Spidey's like, it's time for us to go our separate ways. Otto's used both of us in the past. And when we get together, a little too much Otto shows up. We're not good for each other. But that doesn't mean we're not friends, okay? And the arms like, he's like, good boy. And it's like, yay, they're still friends. Spider-Man, the Octoids, oh no, they got Otto. As we then see them going, as they take him down into, like, an escape hatch. He's in the tunnels. Nice try, we're splitting up. Let's move, people, as the arms wanted to, like, link with him again. So then we shift off to later. Go easy on yourself. Those tunnels were designed for Otto to escape. That's exactly it. In the end, he got me. No, he escaped. He wanted both of us dead. He didn't get either of us. Exactly, Norman. In fact, I think he gave the both of us a gift. A much-needed distraction from Kamala. Yes, it's funny. In my days of evil, I never considered the people I hurt. The ones I lost. But now, I can't stop thinking about the things she did. One time I had coffee brought to the lab, and when she handed me mine, she said, large coffee, extra serum. It was a terrible joke, and she was instantly embarrassed. But after that, every time I ordered a coffee, I would ask for extra serum, and we would both smile. I know she was there to catch me in some nefarious plot, but I liked her, and I think she liked me. That's kind of cool for Norman to kind of think about. And shows his kind of character growth. It's like, wow. And trust me, I'm one of those people that's like, I would never think of like, wow, Norman being able to change and think fondly on someone else. Because she was good, and good is so much more interesting than evil. Rabin thought his evil made him a god, but it only made him blind. Nothing he said is worth pondering or repeating, but Kamala made me smile every time I had a coffee, and she brought down Rabin's entire plan by saving one life. So maybe we can take our mind off all the evil for a moment, because I'm not sure it has that much power. In the height of my madness, I thought the natural state of humanity was to exploit and abuse each other. But it seems if two people spend enough time together, the much greater risk is that they will become friends. And we see this great kind of shot of seeing J. Jonah Jameson also becoming friends with the tentacles, which, if that's kind of the objective of this little kind of art that we've had, of showing spending time together and becoming friends and being better people, that's kind of cool. And I actually really like that message. And we see Norman's bruised up face. It's like, damn, it's a good framing thing. I guess it helps if one of those people is Kamala Khan. Huh, I guess it does, Peter. I guess it does. As it then ends the whole kind of thing. It's like, well, this was definitely a weird one, but a nice kind of diversion from what we have done with What Did Peter Do?, Rabin's whole thing, the death of Kamala Khan, which has already been, she's been resurrected as a mutant. I read that in everything kind of going on, but that she's like an inhuman and a mutant kind of thing. I think they're kind of trying to line her up with the MCU stuff, which, okay, but like I said, when she died, comics resurrections always come, and it's not just, oh yeah, it's completely and utterly undone in the blink of an eye, even though it was kind of faster than usual, so we'll see what kind of goes on with it. It wasn't the most easy kind of one of she just came back in. So, with issue 31, get ready, webheads. Next issue is Amazing Spider-Man Legacy 925, and it's got everything. Bachelor party? Check. Wedding? Check. Twists? Check. Turns? Check. Teases? Check. Don't miss this landmark issue that not only lays out the next year of Spider publishing, but also delivers some contenders for best Spidey story of all time. So, I'm looking forward to that. So, I overall enjoyed this little weird, crazy kind of story, where they kind of just went wacky. Now, granted, I understand why people would have a problem with it, because Spidey using Doc Ock's arms, doing Otto kind of shit as well, especially in this issue, but I do like seeing the whole thing of them kind of dealing with Kamala's stuff, her death, pretty much getting a distraction of Otto being like, I wasn't allowed to be a better person. Why the fuck are you, Norman Osborn, the dude who's done Hammer, who's killed Gwen Stacy, done all these horrible things, bonded with the Carnage symbiote? Why are you allowed to be a hero and to be better and try to be better and make yourself a better person when I'm not? I like that concept, and I think they did a good enough job, at least for me. And I understand if that wouldn't really work out for a lot of other people, but I loved Spidey's interactions here, Norman's, Otto's, the arms, J. Jonah Jameson's, and the art. The art just fucking works for me, and I'm like, I enjoyed it and can't wait to see, especially the next one, setting up the next year, and just having a crazy kind of wedding issue and everything, and seeing how it fucking goes with Tombstone. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.